All right, so this is the second email, and let me give you a little bit of background. The company a company that did a lot of international expansion with me, and I built all their systems. They wanted to do some back doors to save some money, and I showed them, okay, here's your consequences, how it works, and then they stopped paying me. And what they should have done is set up their accounts properly with the authority and with their logistics coordinator, but then they started to blame me for some things. So let's go through this email and go ahead and hit pause. All right, after reading that, you can see here, okay, got to notice this is, could you validate me? This is what they're asking. They want me to give them access to some documents that they can't have access to because they're protected under a non-disclosure agreement. Okay? And so I said right here, you can see, can you send me these emails? It says about, I wasn't sure what they're talking about, so I wanted to clarify. And then also in the same email, I have these outstanding invoices back to January. Okay, what's going on here? All right, so then she sent this, or she or he, or it, this email to me saying, okay, I'll see if you can put these through. Great. Can you get us authorized? Well, that's fine. Okay. All right. I tell her I'm not exactly sure how this works. Okay. And she says, can't you do this? And then I wasn't sure how it works because again, right, the government doesn't care. So that's the issue is the government's not, I can't give them the information. The company, they keep asking for it, and what really should have happened is they should have done it correctly in the first place. Okay, and then I started mentioning invoices again in here. Okay, just lots of communication. All right, and then what happens here? You can see that she loops in the CFO, or let's see, kind of like a CFO guy, Jesse, and Rick, who is the chief counsel, and then you go ahead and press pause and read this. All right, so you can obviously see that there's some huge issues here. She's saying that I did nothing basically, and I wasn't aware and holding hostage. And so let me show you how I structured this email. Okay, so here's her first question because she's had these big questions. What's still under NDA? I tell her it's in green so she can read it. Two, her second issue. Okay, we should have access to all the notifications. That's not true. Okay, I thought you guys had everything you needed. And then this is the reason why, right? Sticking with logos. Here's the reason why, and this is what should have happened. Okay, let's go on further. Go ahead and hit pause and read. Okay, again, I'm just explaining what's going on. I don't know what's going on with your specific issue. Then, so I move on to the next one. Okay, you kept us from meeting our legal requirements, right? I don't know why that's the case. Help me understand. So you see how I'm seeking for understanding and trying to stick with the facts in this scenario, okay? And this is why I cannot, going with credibility, saying that I can't give you the information. You can't legally receive the information from me. So I'm trying to stick with ethos here, showing my moral grounds and credibility, saying, look, I can't share this with you. This is how it works, okay? All right, and then, of course, she says this, which makes me laugh every time. And then you can see that I made a mistake here. I apologize for asking you about the invoices in the same email, right? I should have separated those. So again, this is more of like, pathos. Like, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. This isn't how it's supposed to work, but it was on my mind. Okay. Okay. And then she says a lot of stuff here about we shouldn't pay you and something's not working and blah, blah, blah. Right. And here's this. And then I give her a detailed explanation as to why that's the case. Okay, this gets a little technical, so you can, press pause and read it, but you may not understand little parts of it. Okay, so again, you can see here, I'm trying to seek for understanding, stick with ethos, the credibility. Look, let's get this figured out. It's okay. I appreciate your feedback on costs. I'd love to help you identify ways, how you do this, etc. Again, just sticking to the facts, trying to stay with ethos. Okay. All right, so and then telling her logos here saying this is why it happened, because you guys can't get your you know what together, right? And I hope we can get this resolved, but I have to, this is your deal, and I'm trying to help you do this. So look what she says here. Okay? I need to get this resolved, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then she's saying, oh yeah, well, I don't know how some of this works. As far as invoices go, please resend them. So she seems like she's calmed down. Okay? And then you can see here, and then I took off Rick and Jesse. I'll go ahead and hit pause and read this. I took off the CFO and Chief Counsel because it didn't make any sense. She was just doing that to kind of throw me under the bus, which wasn't very appropriate, but it's her choice. Okay? So I understand how frustrating these situations can be. This is pathos. I've dealt with similar situations, pathos, right? The real problem was he found a solution and moved forward. So this is when we're talking about purpose, audience, strategy, and my structure. And we're going to talk about 4A, right? This is my agenda saying, let's see how we can get this figured out. Here's a solution, okay? This is what may have happened. Let's figure this out. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if we can figure this out. So with these guys, they're trying to get back to you, okay? You said, and then again, questions specific to that, okay? Go ahead and hit pause and read the rest. Okay, so then I admit my mistake, again, pathos right here, and in saying, hey, I shouldn't have done, this is her, she, he, it, sorry, I'm not sure what, this should be a gender neutral redacted email, but whatever. Okay, so, and you can see how I wanted to switch the strategy, talking about purpose, audience, strategy, and structure, strategy. Let's just talk about this. Why are we writing all these emails? You won't let me call you. You're not answering your phone, right? Okay, but let's just get this taken care of. And she says, you're right. I'm sorry I got mad. Okay, you billed us X, and this is Y, and this is again some of her frustrations. She's just made bad assumptions. You see how that tone has changed because of how I structured the email, how I responded, and then she began to change. Okay. All right, and of course, pause the video. And I said, don't worry about it. I understand it. All right. I appreciate. Thank you for showing it to me. And you can look at my strategy structure here. Again, here's what needs to happen, and this needs to be resolved. Okay. Notifications, invoices, pricing. You see how she can easily look at those. Thanks for sharing. And then right here, the resolution email. Go ahead and pause and read it. Okay. All of them, I got everything now. That was way harder. It took a lot of time. Sorry for the delay. Again, so I did it without them paying me, which in hindsight maybe wasn't the best idea, but it was the right thing to do. Okay. And then, of course, thank you. I follow up on the invoices. You have time to discuss. So it ended up resolving amicably on my side. If you want to hear the whole story about what happened next, then just call me and we can talk. Okay, we'll move to email 3 now.